Hi, I'm back. Okay, so like, I don't understand. I just don't. I mean, life is just depressing here anymore. It's really not healthy. Like, I know obviously people haven't been in the academy long enough to be dying yet. I think the oldest people here are like 32, maybe. No, probably not even 32. Like 40, maybe tops. 40 tops. Because it hasn't been around long enough. But I mean, I really want to come around in 40 years and start seeing who's dying quicker, the general population or the alumni from this school, because I'm pretty sure the alumni from this school take off 5 years for every semester that they're here. So essentially, I'm dying 20 years sooner, which puts me dying right around my retirement age. Now, I mean, supposedly, you're supposed to be working at this school, so you have a nice retirement. You know, better job, higher pay, more money for retirements. You go on a yacht for 5 years. Life, happiness, retirement. But really, you save up all the money for retirement, you die, you don't get to enjoy retirement. I mean, yeah. And I mean, like the schools I want to go to, I probably could have gotten into from my old school because I had nice grades at my old school. I mean, I wasn't taking really any advanced classes like I am here. But I mean, I was taking nice classes. I mean, I was getting nice grades. I was having a fucking ball. But no, no. And I mean, I will probably get into the colleges that I want here because they're all Indiana colleges. Like, I'm not applying to Harvard or MIT. But my dad thinks I should. And I'm like, yeah, you haven't seen my grades. And so he keeps threatening to kick my teacher's asses. It's so funny. I mean, my dad, he's so very lewd. He's like me. I mean, and my mom was like, oh, your father's so horrible. I mean, she's one of those. She's a teacher, so she agrees with teachers. I mean, except for in this case, because she really hits a lot of my teachers now because they can't teach. Like, she knows. I mean, she said, like, at the beginning of the year, the teachers sit through class, like, your parents sit through your classes with you if they want. And of course she did. Because, you know, awesome mom. And, I mean, whatever. I pretended to take notes for the day, and she's like, yeah, none of your teachers can teach, can they? I'm like, no. And I'm like, pretty much you learn it from the book, or you don't learn it at all. Because and I mean, there are classes where you don't have a textbook. Like right now, in molecular genetics, we really don't use a textbook. In microbiology, I never opened the textbook, but I still passed the class, which is a fucking miracle, by the way. Um, but yeah, yeah, and like Civitas, you have readings, but I mean, it's not like you're following a social studies textbook. It's like graduating from, you know, world geography to reading actual documents of old people and saying, wow, I mean, first source, not secondary, third primary fuck shit. Yeah, I say fuck a lot. But, you know, I mean, and so yeah, like, my teachers, they can't teach. My dad always threatens to kick their asses, and it's so funny, and he's like, you just need to go and beg and cry in front of them. And I'm like, I don't cry, Dad. I don't. I have tear ducts. See? No tear ducts. But, yeah. Plus, like, the school made me gain, like, so much fucking weight, dude. And I know, it's like, I mean, I used to be in guard, which burns a lot of calories. And then I come here and I'm like, boom. But I do have boobs now. I mean, those puppies. I'm sure men will be on here going, what the fuck? That's hot. Please don't. I'm not hot. I'm very ugly. Um, yeah. Yeah. I mean, the food here just sucks in general. So that probably takes another, like, 10 years off of your life. I mean, essentially, you're dying when you're 50. I mean, if you consider the natural dying age like around 80, which I hope it's not, because I'd really like my grandparents to live like another 10 years so I could get married. I mean, they could die like the year after I get married. They just need to see me through the first like month. So I mean, it's not like married, go on honeymoon, get back from honeymoon, be unpacking, and then be like, oh yeah, Julie, the grandparents died. You know, it'd suck. But yeah, I mean, I'm just pretty much doing this so I don't have to study for math test at the final hour, which it's gonna suck essentially anyway, so yeah, but you know what they should do? They should allow joint smoking here because honestly, like academy kids are so like up the ass about everything because we're always worried about our grades because the grades suck. You don't get into Harvard. You don't get into Harvard. You're pretty much a failure. I mean, I really don't want to go to like one of the college. Like if let's say I get into like IU, and I mean let's say I apply to IU and I want to go to IU, and I have no problem going to IU, and it's not because I was stupid and I didn't get into other colleges, but because I generally liked IU. Now, there will be Lake Central people who did not take honors courses who will be going to IU also, and possibly in the pre-med program. Now, I hope not, because those people in that program with me will be going, I had fun at Lake Central, man, and you went to the Indian Academy, we were at the same school. Point? None. But, like, and, I'm sure, like, I'm gonna get laughed at if I go back next year, like, if I go back to Lake Central, and just, because they're gonna be like, well, shouldn't you, whatever, and I mean, shouldn't you be smart? I'm like, be there, and you're always smart, why aren't you there? Yeah, but, it's my life. Oh, and then, like, the worst thing is the fact that, like, I talk about Algebra 2 so much on my Facebook status that, like, my friends from back home comment and they're like, why are you failing Algebra 2? It's so fucking simple. And I'm like, no, it's not, because I'm on chapter 13. You are on chapter 7. I am on chapter 13 with a teacher that can't fucking teach, and you're on chapter 7 with a teacher that can kind of teach because she has a teaching license. Or he, she, it, whatever. They have a teaching license. So, no, it's not the same thing. And you spend, like 90 minutes every other day, whereas I spend 50 minutes 3 times a week. And I get that, some weeks you don't spend the entire 90 minutes on math, but that's a lot more time that you are dedicating to math than I am. And you still get out of class at 2 o'clock. I get out of class at 5. Like, it's not the fucking same thing. It isn't. And people back home do not understand that. They don't. And my mom's always like, why are your grades so sucky? And I'm like, because I'm at the Indian Academy. Oops, I just said the name of my school. So if anyone ever watches this, and you're like, a freshman or a sophomore, and you just heard of the Academy, don't go. The sooner they shut this place down, the better, because it's not good for anyone. I mean, yeah, people are going to look at the name of the school and they say, wow, it's a school for smart kids. She must be smart because she didn't fucking fail out, hopefully. But in reality, it is a stupid people place. It is a stupid fucking people place. I fucking hate this place. Fuck my life. Yeah. So, that's my life in Hell's Week. Hell Week is here. And it's kind of scary. Like, thinking of how much shit I have to do and how much I'm not going to sleep is fucking amazing. Yes, I mean, because I don't like sleeping. I mean, it might fool you, but I really don't. Because, until I kind of came here and was able to take naps for, like, every couple of hours, not every couple of hours, but, like, sleep for a couple hours, extra. And go to bed maybe, 1 o'clock, but I wasn't working out, so I really wasn't that tired like what I was when I was guard. My dark circles in my eyes started going away. But now, they're gonna be back. And I mean, I'm gonna go to prom, and I'm gonna look like a fucking vampire, because I'm gonna be like... Yeah. So if anyone out there loves me and would like to do my homework for Hell's Week so I could study for the finals that I'm going to fail, please let me know. Peace out, bitches.